Kalliopi, your team, Ending Violence Against Women, has recently produced this framework on working on prevention of violence against women. Can you tell me why, after decades of work on violence, which is focused primarily on survivors and their need for service and support, why it is finally we've come to talk about prevention and why it's important that we do that?
I think it's really important to remember that the rates of violence against women are still alarmingly high. But how can we really eliminate violence one day if we don't really focus on addressing the root causes of such violence, on addressing the social norms, the practices, the behaviors, the attitudes that tolerate such violence against women? And prevention of violence against women exactly examines these kind of issues. And it provides answers on how to address the root causes and the social norms that really tolerate such violence. But I think it's about time, especially now that the evidence is growing all the time, to focus on prevention of violence, which is the way forward to eliminate violence against women one day.
That's right. So I was going to mention elimination. You've just done that. It's a commitment in the SDGs that violence against women is eliminated.
Exactly.
So if we're doing prevention and it addresses root causes, what sort of actions can really change norms and stereotypes and accepted views of violence as being just part of everyday life? What can really change that?
This work on prevention has been rather ad hoc interventions and mainly focusing on awareness-raising campaigns. If it is not really complemented with interventions, for example, educational programs, that they have a whole of school approach, not just ad hoc training of teachers or ad hoc awareness raising of students, but how do we involve the whole school community together to address violence? How do we have a program that really addresses respectful relationships? Another intervention that we know that has worked in different parts of the world is community mobilization. If, for example, you employ some media campaigns, but you combine it with some specific community discussions, and to see what are the main issues that really concern the community. And violence against women and girls is definitely coming up as a very important issue that concerns the community. How can we employ drama techniques and to engage the communities in this kind of discussions? We have evidence right now that if community mobilization takes place in different stages to really engage different actors of the community, men and women, faith leaders, community-based leaders, to discuss about violence against women, it can bring reduction of violence, of intimate partner violence, up to 52%. Exactly because violence is such a complicated phenomenon. We know very well that it's not only one factor that contributes to the causes of violence. There are different factors at different levels, at the individual level, relationship level, family level, at the broader social level, that we know that all this interacts among themselves to increase the risk of violence that women are exposed to. We cannot really talk about prevention and raising awareness for survivors without having the services available for them, and the other way around. We cannot have only services addressing the symptoms of violence without addressing the root causes.
Kalliopi, thank you very much.
Thank you.